Return to Tokyo on TVJ, TVJ Sports Network, onespotmedia.com, or you could hear us on Hits 92. So those are the athletes who would have moved on from the first round. Jamaican, only 2 Jamaicans involved in the morning session, and only in the 400 hurdles for women. Andrenette Knight and Shiann Salmon both have gone through. Salmon with a season best 54.21. And Andrenette Knight, I think she did 53.74, is that what she did?
Yes.
To come second. They both came second. Let's go across and hear from Andrenette Knight. All right, so as soon as that's ready, we will go across to Jermaine. We'll also hear from Shiann Salmon, but they both did very well, didn't they? Well, you thought they would go through anyways.
Yes, they're too good not to go through in the first round. The top 2, both second in their heats. I was looking at their body language, their confidence, and how they were attacking the hurdles, and how they finished on the home straight away, because a lot of the race is determined on that, and both of them finished strong. And so moving into the semifinals, I feel good about their chances.
All right. I think we have the interview now with Andrenette Knight. Let's go.
First and foremost, I'm just blessed. I'm grateful to be here, to be healthy, to be competing, and to, made it through my first round comfortably. I couldn't ask for anything more.
Yeah, and what are your plans as you head to the semi-finals now? What will your routine be like in getting ready for that next crucial round?
Honestly, just a lot of rest and hydration. And instruction my coach gives me. We know that we're ready to run something, and so I'm just gonna do whatever he tells me to do.
What do you think, Javoy? When you watch her race, what do you think?
Well, that race was actually a good run for me. She looked very comfortable, and I like the way she attacked the hurdles. And I actually know her from primary school days. I know that she can always finish. So seeing her going on the home stretch, I'm like, oh, okay, you got this, you can take it home now, and that's exactly what she did.
Finalist?
Yes. Yes.
Finalist?
Yeah, I have her in my finals.
All right, so as we said, Shiann Salmon also came second, and she did 54.21, her season's best. Let's go to this interview.
For me, it was a fair effort. I've had a very rough season, and I just have to thank God that I was able to qualify in the top 2 today.
Yeah, and how much does this boost your confidence heading to the semi-finals? You had Dalila Mohammed right there with you. You stayed right there with her. I mean, she didn't look like she was that far ahead either. So, how much confidence do you get from that run heading into the semi-finals?
Honestly, my confidence doesn't come from anybody that I'm competing with. It comes from how I feel after I complete a round. And for me, it was a fair effort. I'm getting back to where I know I'm supposed to be, and I'm just going to put God first and see what happens for the semi-final round.
Yeah, and this is your 4th World Championship. You straight out of high school, you were there in Doha 2019, first Eugene, Budapest, and now you're here. I mean, how do you compare this one here in Tokyo, Japan, to the others? I mean, for instance, I know the heat is wicked. I mean, yeah, go ahead and tell me for you, what is the difference,
I mean, for me, to be honest, when I was in Doha, I was fresh out of high school. Nothing was expected of me, but last year I was Olympic finalist, so this one is the most pressure I've ever felt. And so, like I said, it's been okay so far. The heat here is terrible, so humid. But I mean, Jamaica is hot too, so I guess we can handle it.
Yeah, what about the food and the accommodation and just the atmosphere with the other athletes at the hotel?
The athletes are fine. The food, I'm going to be looking like a noodle when I'm leaving here, because that's how we eat noodles. We only get noodles. Spaghetti every day. Lunch, breakfast, everything.
You just have to do what you have to do, right?
Right, to survive. We're eating to survive.
All right, Shiann, thank you and all the best.
Thank you so much.
There you go. I was impressed with when she said she doesn't need anyone to build her confidence, what she can do. What do you think about her race?
That stood out to me, and she's absolutely right. You want to know you're in a quality field, but your confidence should depend on what you do. She had a good race. Shiann, as she said, she's had a rough season. She's not at her best. Her best is 52.9 seconds, which is pretty fast. 54.5 before this season's best. And shaping down into the first round positions her well to pick it up again in the semi-final. Both ladies qualified to the semi-final in the top 8, Shiann being 7th with her time, so that positions them well with a strong chance of both making it into the final.
Yeah. Is there an ideal lane here, Javoy?
Well, I would say the outer lane would be better.
The outer lane
Yeah.
would be better.
When it comes to the 400 and the 400 hurdles, the outer lane, I always see that they have the advantage in those lanes. The inside lanes, 1 to 3, always difficult.
Yeah. I should ask Daniel because she knows the 400 hurdles.
I was getting ready.
You're getting
I was getting
to
ready.
respond.
Yes, because we typically, as hurdlers, hate the inside lanes because it's harder to clear the hurdle.
Why?
Why? Because typically, when you drive out of the blocks, you kind of, some hurdlers find it hard to run the curve you have to run in the middle of the track. If you notice when people are running the 400, they kind of hug to the inside line.
Okay.
When you're doing that in the hurdles, you run the risk of taking your trail leg.
Not over the
Yes,
race, but
and you could
around
get a
it.
disqualification.
Okay.
So hurdlers prefer to be in the outer lanes. It's easier for us to run in the middle of the lane.
Okay. But you're not seeing anybody in front here, though, so how do you know how to pace yourself?
Sorry, the inner...
Oh, the inner lane.
No, we prefer to run in the outer lane.
Right, that's what I'm saying. But the outer lane, when you start, most of the athletes are behind you.
Yes.
So how do you pace yourself?
Well, the hurdles, the 100 hurdles and the 400 hurdles, you kind of train at race pace.
Okay.
And based on who is in the race, the stage of the race. So let's say Shiann gets put in lane 9. She's out there by herself. The fact that it's the semi-final, that reality alone, she'll pick it up, even though there's nobody behind her.
So we had a look at her race, and in case you didn't see, we're going to take you through Andrenette's race also, Javoy, because as you said, she did well, but that didn't surprise you that she had moved on.
No, it didn't surprise me at all. I knew that she would have made it to the semi-finals, but actually in that race, she kind of looked, I think, around hurdle 5, she looked a bit struggling, but
Here's
she
the race
picked it
here
up.
now. She looked like she was struggling in hurdle 5, you said.
Oh, this is Andrenette.
Yeah. Oh, so you were talking about
Shiann.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, this is Andrenette's race. What did you think about her race?
She's very aggressive.
Yes. Aggressive throughout the first part of the race. If you look at her trail leg on the inside, so she's in the middle of the track and her trail leg is exactly over the hurdle. Yeah. So if she was in an inner lane, it's usually harder to stay in the middle of the track.
Yeah. I know what the word aggressive means, but when you're talking about an athlete being aggressive in a race, what do you mean?
All right. In this context with the hurdles, you're more attacking the hurdle. So you can't approach it cowardly, else you're going to fall over the hurdle. So you have to go and attack the hurdle, go over the hurdle very fast. So that's what I mean by aggressive.
Okay. And you see them both in the final?
Yes. And that's not hurdler bias.
Podium?
Podium will be very tough. But I tell you what, Anna Cockrell, Dalila Mohammed, they are medal favorites. They're also training partners to Andrenette Knight. And she trains with them every day. I don't know what's happening in practice, but they're the ones she has to beat. She knows them, they know her. It's not inconceivable. So I'll wait until I see that semi-final, but I would never count anyone out of a medal.
What time they need to do to podium?
Time, wow. That's 51 for, based on the fact that there is Femke Bowl. Dalila is former world record holder. She's trying to close her curtains with a bang. Anna Cockrell, 3 of those ladies have gone 51 seconds, and or better in the case of FMK ball. So I definitely think you're going to need sub 52 to be in the top 2.
But they've never done.
They've never done that.
So it's going to be extremely difficult.
All right. All right. Well, again, the first thing that they wanted to do and needed to do, they did. They moved on to the semifinals. So the next move now is to get to the final. Then we'll ask them again, what do you think? And then the next move is to get on the podium. And who knows, they just might surprise us.